Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I am Courtney. Hello. I started to say good morning, America, but good morning to everybody, no matter what country you are from. Hello, Singapore. I'm getting a ton of love from Singapore. Love it. I love it from all countries, wherever, whatever neck of the woods you are from. Welcome. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who's been listening since day one and those that are just joining and somewhere in between. Welcome to every single one of you. Not welcome to every one of you. Welcome every one of you. That's what I'm trying to say. I need sleep. Again, hence ramblings of an insomniac. Insomniac being true. It's a true statement. I am lucky, very lucky if I get 5 hours of sleep. And with this whole Charlie Kirk assassination, I'm really not sleeping because it is making me incredibly sad and concerned for humanity to see the absolutely horrific videos that are going around celebrating and rejoicing in Charlie's assassination. And then there's a lot of Democrats that are like, well, we simply do not appreciate people being shot for their opinions and their political beliefs. Nobody should be shot for their opinion and political beliefs. And maybe Charlie shouldn't have gone around instigating. Maybe Charlie shouldn't be a racist. Maybe Charlie shouldn't hate women. Maybe Charlie shouldn't try to divide blacks and whites. Maybe Charlie shouldn't be hateful. None of those things are remotely true. None of those things are even a little bit true. They are just blanket statements made out of coming out of the mouths of a bunch of uneducated lemmings that like to regurgitate things that their friends say, or things that CNN and MSNBC say, which have been proven over and over and over to lie, to spread misinformation. And I love how people are like, well, let's not make this political. Let's not make this about trans. Does it matter if it's trans? Yes, actually it does. It matters a lot because it goes to prove that there is something mentally unstable going on. There's a mental illness going on, and it seems to be running rampant in the trans community. Jesus, my mailman is like getting out some aggression on the doors of the mailboxes. He is just like in a mood. Damn. He or she, actually. I have a mail carrier. Huh. Anyway, gosh, I think they're grumpy today. But anyway, so am I. I get it. But it's ridiculous to me to make accusations as if they are facts. It's ridiculous to me to hear a single Democrat say that it doesn't matter if they're right or left. It doesn't matter if they're transgender. It doesn't matter if it was politically motivated. And if it was politically motivated, maybe it's because Charlie was racist. Maybe it's because Charlie spread hate and was segregating. No, that's not true. That's not what happened. Again, I feel like you need to understand the definition of a word before it comes out of your mouth. You need to understand the definition of racist, of the word fact, of the word truth, of the word bigot, misogynist, all of these things, fascist. You have to actually know the meaning and the definition of a word before you use it. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want people to take you seriously and if you want people to think that the things coming out of your mouth are true, it helps if you actually know the definition of words before you say them. It also helps if you're actually educated. You know, if you actually have knowledge of a topic before you speak about it. That's also a useful tip. When trying to debate or trying to prove a point or win an argument, you should probably know the definition of words. You should probably be educated on the topic you're speaking of. And you should probably understand stats and facts versus claims and accusations. Those are put those in like a little hat. Put that jot it down in your phone. I don't know why I said a hat. I was thinking pull it out of a hat. I don't know. I'm tired, but keep that as a little note, because all of the things that have come out of Charlie's mouth are the opposite of being hateful toward women or hateful toward any race. He didn't like that people were using the black card to say that they couldn't get a job or to lower their standards, because he felt that black people actually were intelligent and could be, are educated and can have the same tests as everybody, that we should all have the same tests. Everybody should have the same qualifications. We should all take the same tests. We shouldn't dumb ourselves down. And he was an advocate for people not dumbing themselves down because of race. He wanted everybody to have the same standards. And if people applied for a job, he didn't want it to have anything to do with race whatsoever. He wanted it to do with qualifications. That's the opposite of racism. I'll tell you what is racist: saying that you should get a job based on race. That's sort of the definition of racism right there. By hiring somebody or lowering standards because you don't think that someone unless they're white, that you think any other race other than white can't handle a simple test, so you feel you have to dumb it down for them, that is racism. And here's the Democrats constantly going around going, it's really terrible when you've got one side that is killing and one side that is killing over opinions, and you've got one side that is promoting hate and violence, and one side that's with their rhetoric and promoting hate and violence, and one side that's murdering, and one side that's killing, and one side that's going around preaching hate and intolerance, and one side that is showing violence, and one side that is censoring. Yeah, it does suck when that happens, and it's called the left. Right now, there are peaceful visuals going around for Charlie Kirk. People demonstrating in a loving, peaceful way. No one is burning anything. No one is breaking in and stealing and looting things. No one is going around setting fires and murdering and bullying and ripping clothing off of people that they don't like. If someone had like a Biden shirt or something, no one's doing that. No one is bullying and harassing those that have a difference of opinion. They're going around quietly, peacefully, celebrating the life of someone that they believed in. If you don't like that person, don't attend the vigil. Don't attend his service. Don't subscribe to his podcast. Don't watch his videos. You don't have to kill someone. And here the left has the audacity to sit here and preach to the right about being violent. What has been going on for 9 years? Even prior to 9 years. Hell, fuck 9 years. It's been going on since the dawning of Democrats. Democrats have never, ever, ever been peaceful. They have always protested. Hippies aren't Democrats, if you ask me. Hippies are different. I feel like hippies are anti-government and they are not political. They are not Democrat or Republican. But liberals have done nothing but start the KKK, love slavery so much They could not get enough slavery. They could not get enough of black people being killed and enslaved to the fact that they wanted to start, that they did start a war and fought for it. They started the KKK. They've been screaming and yelling ever since. They haven't shut up since they became Democrats. It has been riots and violence and burning and stealing and looting and making excuses. And saying how much they hate the government while using government assistance. Saying how much they hate the police and defund the police while calling the police or wanting the police if they were to, I don't know, be under attack or be broken into or at gunpoint. Being against the military, but the military are the people that actually are fighting for your right to go out and make an ass of yourself, for your right to go out and have a protest. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have that right. And yet, you're against it. You're against a country that you're actively reaping all rewards of and still living in. You are going around, someone got sniped. It very, 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 very much matters, the political side of it, because motives matter. If a motive didn't matter, then we wouldn't have a justice system. The motive matters. That's why it's in court. And the motive here was that this person and this group of people, because now they have all kinds of actual evidence and fact. Again, you don't get to argue facts. Learn the definition of the word fact. It's not my opinion. It's a fact that other people knew this was going to happen. We don't know if they thought for sure that it was actually going to be carried out. However, when you delete posts, that means you're like, oh shit, oops. And when people say this is a fact, this is going to happen, it's not a threat, that sounds to me like you know it's going to happen. That sounds to me like it's exactly that, a promise, not a threat. And a lot of people knew about this, and there were a lot more comments made like that. So motivation matters. Now, if this were on the left, if someone would have shot Biden or Pelosi or AOC or Jasmine Crockett or Obama or Hillary, holy crap, this would be a thing. And if we were going around making videos about how excited we were and how we were rejoicing and celebrating in that, you guys would have a shit fit. You would have an absolute shit fit. The whole world would be burning. And that's what's funny too. You guys burn things when you're pissed. You burn things when you're happy. You burn things when you're sad. You burn things when you're frustrated. You burn things when you're grieving. You burn things when you're, I don't know, horny. You just burn things no matter what mood you're in. You just go around looking literally for any reason, any excuse whatsoever. I'm happy. Woo! Let's burn shit. Let's vandalize shit. Let's break shit. I'm sad. Woo! Let's burn shit. Let's vandalize shit. Let's break shit. I'm frustrated. I'm sad. I'm grieving. I'm concerned. I'm horny. Let's go around killing people, murdering people, bullying people, threatening people, looting, stealing, burning. That's just all that you guys do. I would love to have some proof that that's not all you do. You need to get laid. You need to have a drink. You need to get a family. You need to get a job. You need to get a spouse. You need to get a healthy relationship with your partner. You need to have a healthy relationship with your children. You need to have a healthy relationship with your family and your friends and yourself. Because if you're going around rejoicing in someone's assassination and making videos and then crying because you lost your job, Someone lost their life because of an opinion. Someone lost their life because of freedom of speech, because they said how they feel, not hurting anybody, not being disrespectful, not screaming and yelling, doing nothing but trying to unite and have a conversation. And what is your first reaction? Shooting. Always shooting. That's the very first reaction, shooting and then beating up and censoring and destroying. It's just gross. It's gross that you think you're normal. It's gross if you think you can continue to have a job. You have the freedom of speech, but guess what? Your employer has the freedom to fire you. And you should be fired, especially if you're working with children or with, in healthcare or as a public servant, like a first responder, or politically, like a representative of the state or county that people live in. If you have those titles, you absolutely should be fired for promoting the assassination of somebody. I think the same thing if a Republican promotes the assassination of somebody and rejoices in it. It's just insane. I don't want to obsess on this negativity. I want to say so much good has come out of it. I know, though, that I have been in a slump and not wanting to do anything. I'm so depressed lately, not because of Charlie Cook. It's before that. I mean, I'm also incredibly, incredibly depressed over Charlie Kirk. But I'm saying before that, prior to his assassination, I was just having the most difficult time being motivated because, unfortunately, I'm surrounded by just hypocrisy and lies, and I am constantly feeling as though, what is the point on me being a good person? What is the point on me helping anybody or being a hard worker, being a good employee? What is the point on me getting out of bed? Every time I turn around, I'm getting bad news. Every time I turn around, it's a struggle. Someone is taking money from me. It's one hurdle after another. And meanwhile, illegal immigrants and transgender people, for some reason, and criminals are having GoFundMe pages to set up for their bills or their lawyers and attorney fees. I don't have lawyer and attorney fees because I didn't do anything wrong, because I'm not a criminal. Where is my GoFundMe page to help pay my bills? Because I am the one paying for all of the illegal immigrants, me, and all the other taxpayers out there. And I am the one that's not getting free food and not getting free health and not getting help with rent. And so I am struggling. And yet I have to bust my ass to the point that I can barely stand up. My back hurts so bad by the end of the day. My head hurts. I'm exhausted. And I can't pay any of my bills. My car is 1,000,000 years old and I can't afford to pay it, to have it fixed. The check engine light is on. The service light is on. My tires keep going flat. They're NASCAR bald. I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about the fact that my dog, I just lost my dog from a heart condition a couple months ago, and now I have another dog who I think might have the same thing. And I can't afford to pay the bills. I can't afford to buy myself food. Barely. I can do top ramen and things like that. I have a roof over my head, and I'm grateful. But not only am I living paycheck to paycheck, but I have to let certain bills go. I can't pay certain bills. I have to let them pile up because I can't afford them. Meanwhile, other people are complaining about how much they hate this country and how much rich need to pay more taxes. What the fuck are you doing? How much are you paying in taxes? Because I can tell you, it's zero if you don't have a job. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut it. Shut it. Shut the fuck up. This song goes out to you. That goes out to every liberal and Democrat. Close your gigantic gaping pie hole. No one wants to hear it anymore. Everybody is fucking sick of it. Bottom line, if you do not like your life, change it. Because all those people that you're saying that are rich and you hate them, they got that way, most of them, not all of them, because they earned it, because they didn't like how their life was, because they thought their life sucked or they wanted a better life and they chose to do something about it and earn it. And meanwhile, you think that you can sit in bed, do absolutely nothing, but flap those gigantic fucking gums and sit there and say that no one's doing enough. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what gender you are. Stop flapping your mouth, get up off your ass, and make a difference. Go get what it is you want. And then when you become rich and famous, remember the words that you said. Remember when you said, rich people need to pay more. Rich people need to pay the most in taxes. They need to donate the most. They need to give, do more. Rich people deserve to die. Rich people deserve to be locked up. Oh, so you don't want to be rich? You don't want to be able to pay your bills? You don't want to be able to be stable, financially stable? You don't want to be able to not worry about paying your bills? You don't want to travel and live your life and be happy? You don't want that? Wow. You sound like a hell of a person to have around. You sound like you're contributing a lot to society. You don't want to contribute anything. You don't want to help. You don't want to pay taxes. You don't want to work. You don't want to get off your butt. You don't want other people to be happy. You don't want other people to have good marriages. You don't want other people to be good partners or parents. You don't want other people to enjoy their life or be happy in any way. You want people to not communicate well. You want people to riot and picket and be destructive and throw temper tantrums anytime they don't get their way. This is the country that you want. These are the things that you're saying. It's not what I'm reading into. It's not what I'm twisting around to fit my narrative. These are things that you are saying. You are never satisfied. You want everybody else to work so that you don't have to. And you want to reap all the rewards and all the benefits of those that get up every fucking day, no matter what is going on in their life, and you want them to continue to pay more, to continue to do more because you're not satisfied. And then you go around rejoicing in people's assassinations. And then you go around saying, defund the police, while you still want to call them and use them. Defund the government, while you're still using the government. I hate America, while you're still living in America. Going around calling people Nazis and saying that people deserve to die, while saying that you're not being hateful, while saying that you're not promoting hate. You're fucking insane. You are a terrible, subhuman, garbage person. You're not a person. You're subhuman. You're below a rock. If this makes me lose listeners, I don't care. I'm not Joe Rogan. I'm not Ben Shapiro. I'm not some huge famous person. You are not happy. And you are a miserable, miserable person who is projecting all of your hatred towards yourself onto others. That's what it boils down to. You are an unhappy, miserable person, and misery loves company. You want everybody else to feel as lonely, insecure, and sad as you. That makes you a narcissistic, evil fuck. While you're going around projecting. Know information before it comes out of your mouth. Be educated before you say something. Anyways, I'm going to breathe. I'm going to breathe. I'm going to focus on the good and focus on all the peaceful, wonderful visuals that are going on, all of the love and joy and faith and religion that's going around, to those that are going about this in a peaceful, loving manner. They are the ones that deserve attention. The people that are educated, the people that do believe in respect and decency and humanity, people that do believe in having a conversation, a respectful conversation, in which you actually listen and hear both parties. Cheers to you. Cheers to those that still believe in decency and humanity. And cheers to you that always look at the good and that get out of bed no matter what is going on in their life and still choose to be a good human. Shout out to you. You deserve a lot more, and I'm sorry if people spit in your face. To anybody out there that's going through it, just know that we can't let them win. We can't let the evil win. The quickest way to let it win is by just continuing to let it in and giving it light, which is what I've been doing. And I need to not give that light, not give it any energy. I need to put my energy into the good and let the good out and promote the good. So thank you so much to everybody out there that goes out and continues to listen and genuinely hear what someone else has to say. That's a respectful person that believes in humanity. Thank you. And thank you so much for listening to my podcast. It means the world to me. It genuinely does. I hope you continue to do so. And until next time.